Thanks for watching. We're fishing for pre-spawn crappie in Mississippi, and we're catching some hogs. This one was almost 16 inches. Caught 16 in 2 hours, and 4 of them were over 14 inches. Stay tuned, I'm going to show you exactly how I caught them. There you see a bunch of shad, and a nice crappie just below the shad, about 23 feet deep. There you see my jig and weight coming up to the crappie. You find the shad, you're going to find the crappie. Now he has turned, he's looking at it, locked on right now.
Got that one. Right under the boat.
Man, it is so much fun when you see him chasing that bait down and then feel the thump. You got to try this.
Little keeper. I think the big females are moving up, but these are what I'm looking for to eat. So that's 11 and a half. Black crappie. 11 and a half inch.
All right, there's my jig and weight dropping down. There's a couple nice crappie about 25 feet from the boat, 22 feet deep. Hey, do me a favor. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Get out there and go fishing soon. He's looking at it.
Got that one. Hit the comment. Man, I swear. Get in the boat. That's another, like right at 12 inch. Black crappie. Black crappie, 12 inches. That's number 3. I got my high C boots on. These suckers are awesome, man. See that little knob right there? Put your foot on that and take them right off. Got little finger holds on the front and back, waterproof, high quality, comfortable, and they look good. Check out highsea.com, HISEA.com. Use fishing15 for a 15% discount on all their products. Check them out.
There's 2 giant crappie about 10 feet deep, suspended over 25 foot deep water, and those are big ones. There's my jig above the one on the left, and he is swimming underneath it. You're about to see him right there.
Got that one right under the boat.
Yes.
Gosh. Look at it for a minute.
Man, this was a toad of a crappie.
White crappie. Get up here. That's a toad, man. Goodness gracious. Lord.
These fish are ready to spawn.
Gosh. Dang, look at this. That sucker's 15, over 15 and a half. Look at the jelly in that belly. Goodness gracious. Look at that toad, man. That's a full-grown crappie. Look at that sucker. That's a big old white crappie. Look at that belly. Yes. Let's weigh this big girl and get her back. .33 right there. Gosh. Nice one. 2.33. Get back there, girl. And the Wabash by Wild Willie's OCD. It's 1.6 inch. Got a 16th ounce crappie magnet, nickel plated jig head, 10-pound test mono, 1/4 ounce slip sinker. Got my crappie sticks, the ACC. This is the 8-foot, the GS08M, 8-foot. I got a Daiwa Fuego 2500 series reel. That's the setup. Hey, one of my viewers, Terry, in the comment asked about these weight stoppers that I use, and this is a generic brand I got off Amazon, My favorite one is 6 cents Peg X weight stoppers. You can get them at Academy. I've got 10-pound test monofilament here. So put your line through the wire, pull the rubber over the wire onto the line, and then put your weight on. I'm using a 1/4 ounce slip sinker. So you got your bobber stoppers, your weight, and then put more underneath the weight. And I usually keep my weight about 12 to 18 inches pegged above the jig head. That's it. Hope that helps.
There's some fish scattered around 2 or 4 feet above the bottom. There's my jig and weight dropping down. Each of those rectangles is about 5 feet wide, and there's my jig and weight coming up on top of a nice one right there. Notice how I twitched my rod tip? He came, he's locked on.
That's one. Shoot, I hope that's a crappie. Not that big, but I'll take it. Ten and a half, I'm gonna let it go.
I'm using this Wild Willie's OCD and getting out a couple of these little minnows. That's a 1.75 inch in the Comet color. Those are some awesome baits. All right, there's a couple fish by some brush about 4 or 5 feet off the bottom. There's my jig and weight dropping down to them. Kind of easing it to that one fish right there. You want to twitch your rod a little bit. Play cat and mouse with them. There's one of them. He's locked on right there.
Got that one. Better one. About 12 and a half inch. Black crappie.
Always check your jig before you cast it. Make sure your plastic's lined up right and your weight is straight. Now you see me kind of scanning around with a transducer, trying to find some fish to cast to. There's a little brush pile about 10, 15 feet out right off the bottom. There's a nice fish above it. That fish swam off. But I'm going to let my jig drop down to that brush pile. Sometimes when you do that, a fish will come up out of the brush and eat your jig. A key thing is, though, if your lure is not by a fish, reel in your lure and cast it out there again. You want to make each cast as high percentage as possible that it'll be in the vicinity of a fish that'll eat it. Oh, there's a nice looking crappie about 50 feet out. That's a nice one. This is why I keep my forward range out to about 60 feet. So I just cast to it. There's my jig and weight dropping down. One of them turned right there. He's following it. You can barely see it, but he's locked on. About to eat it.
There's one. Sucker's 40 or 50 feet out there. That's a crappie. Gosh, whatever he is, he's mean. Good Lord, get in this boat. Good Lord, look at the size of this toad right here. 14 and a half inches. I'm gonna weigh him just for the heck of it. Zeroed out. £2 even. 14.5-inch fish. Good Lord. Nice black crop. Look at the shoulders on that toad. Gosh, get back.
These crappie are getting ready to spawn. All the females I caught are getting filled up with eggs.
There's one. That's a crappie. That's a good one, man. See that? Gosh. Get up here, buddy. It's a toad crappie. Good Lord. I said this blade needs got to be close to 14. I'm putting him in there.
Check that soft plastic. Make sure it's lined up right. Otherwise, your jig will twist around your slip sinker. Make sure it's on that hook straight. You can see a couple crappie by that brush. There's my jig and weight dropping down to them. There's a couple above it and then a couple right below it. There's my jig and weight right on top of a good looking one. Oh, he's turned. He's following it. Come on. He decided to stop and hang out by that brush. So I reeled it up, cast it back out there again. There you see the jig and weight dropping down. I should have cast a little farther to try to catch those two big ones right under the limb, but I'm coming up on top of that one fish. Just about to get on top of it. Notice how I twitch it a little bit. You want to get their attention. He's turned. He's following it. He's about to eat it. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, but I missed it. Dang. Fish is kind of swimming off. Cast it right back out there again. There's my jig and weight coming on, about to be on top of those nice looking crappie there. It's like one of them. No, I thought one had turned. So you gotta reel it up, cast it back out there as soon as you can. Alright, there's my jig and weight. There's my jig and weight dropping down. On top of a couple fish right there. And I'm working it back to that limb sticking up. There's a couple nice fish right above it. Let my lure drop right down on top of the crappie. Kind of twitched it a little bit. One of them turned and he got it.
Got that one right under the boat.
Yes.
Get in the boat, sucker. Nice keeper. 12.5 inch. Black crappie, 12.5. Thick shouldered mud. Yeah, man. Look at that target right there. Got that one right on the bottom. Oh, that's a crappie too. Get in the boat, man. Bottom lip. What's up with that? That monster. Close your mouth, man. 13 3/4 inch. Black crappie, 13 3/4. Yeah, man, nice one. There's one. Good one. Got a 12 inch. He's bleeding. I'm gonna put him in there. 11.5, 12 inch.
There's my jig and weight dropping down to that school of shad, that round blob. Now it's on top of a crappie right there, I believe, and didn't really get it lined up very well. So I'm going to reel it up, get it back out there again. Those are some nice looking crappie right there, about 12 feet from the boat. There's my jig and weight coming back down to them. Dropping it on top of them. Oh, that one followed it.
You got that one right under the boat. My goodness. Get in the boat. Top lip. "13-inch black crappie." Yeah, man. 13-inch black. Get in there.
Alright, I'm kind of scanning around looking for fish. There's a couple pretty close to the bottom, about 25, 30 feet from the boat. There's my jig and weight dropping down. They're kind of hugging along the bottom. There's a nice looking fish about 4 feet off the bottom. I'm coming up on top of it. So I'm bringing it right behind the fish. Now he has turned. He's looking at it. He's locked on.
Got that one right under the boat. Yes. Alright, I think we're going to catch one more and call it a day. Right at just over 12 inches. Black crappie, 12 inch. One more. That's a day.
there's my jig and weight. Kind of undershot that fish. But there's a couple nice looking fish cruising along the bottom. So I'm going to reel it on top of that one, see if I can get him interested. He still has not seen my lure yet. Now I reeled it up. That got his attention. He's about to eat it. Nope. Oh, but I just noticed a nice looking crappie on the left. About to see it on the screen. Look at that dude right there. I want to hurry up and cast it right back to it. That's a good drop. See if he'll eat it. You can barely see it.
Got him right under the boat. 5:31. That's a good way to call it a night. That's the last fish of the night. 5:31. Get up. Oh my goodness, that's a big old white crappie too. Oh man. She is full of eggs. I'm gonna have to let her go. Almost 14 and a half. Look at that fat old belly on her. Get back in there.
Well, it's starting to get dark, but I had to cast one more time. Look at that nice looking crappie. It wasn't lined up good, but that crappie's just suspending out there about 10 feet deep. So reel it in, drop it back out there again. It's about 20 feet from the boat. All right, there's my jig and weight. I'm swimming it to the crappie. It's about to get on top of it. Oh, it turned and followed it.
Got him. Last fish of the day.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Get in the boat. Gosh, that sucker's got to be pregnant. Look how fat that belly is. Good night. Big old white crappie. 13 and a half inches. I think she's pregnant. I'm going to let her go. Back in there. That's it. Look at that slab. Well, goodness gracious.
Thanks for watching.